Okay, now I gotta say, I really wasn't expecting there to be any manga on this list. I mean, it's a comic book, it's sequential art, it makes sense for it to be here, and I'm not against manga in any way, shape, or form. I'm actually quite a fan of Death Note. Like I said, I just wasn't expecting any manga to be here, and I've never actually heard of Pluto at all. If you guys heard of Pluto, let me know in the comments below, because I'm Haussmann Comics, and I'm reading through what shelfdust.com calls the best 100 comics of all time, and I'm seeing if they're actually that good or not. And today we're looking at Pluto Chapter 21. It's a manga, in case I hadn't made that clear. It reads from right to left. What a language. But yeah, no, like when I said I'd never heard of Pluto before, like that was quite the understatement. Actually, it was an accurate statement. I'd never heard of it. As I do have a passing familiarity with manga. Like I'm familiar with a good amount, but I'm not super hardcore into it. But I know enough about manga to know that just reading the 21st chapter of something really isn't going to give you a taste of what it is, and you're going to be completely lost. Like if you're jumping into any manga, start at 1. That's kind of the golden rule that I am aware of. So that said, let's jump right to the 21st issue of Pluto. Pluto Chapter 21, Uran Search, by Takashi Nagasaki and Naoki Urasawa. We meet a young little girl and she senses something is lost and upset in the city. So she blows off school and goes looking. Through a conversation with the police, who are absolutely no help, we learn that she is a robot with powerful sensors that can pick up all kinds of things. Eventually, she comes across a painting and a homeless-looking dude who it turns out is also another robot. She gives him some energy and helps him out. Then, day after day, Uran returns to visit this man. She brings him more energy and art supplies. He has no idea who he is or where he's from. He just has a feeling that he was running from something, and he knows that he has to paint what he is painting. The two of them look at the painting and don't know what it's supposed to be, until the day he finally finished it, and it's flowers. Flowers so beautiful that Uran sheds a tear and decides that this guy she's been helping isn't a bad artist. But like, I don't know about you guys, but I look at this art and I do not see flowers. Now I did read this and it was a pleasant little story. There was no overarching story to it, no art, no character development, none of the real things that, make a story. But I did enjoy it. It was nice. It was pleasant. I could definitely feel that it maybe was part of a larger story, which obviously it is. It's manga. Like, I'd never heard of Pluto, and I did a little research, and apparently Pluto is quite the story. It's very good, and I should have heard of it. Apparently, it's actually a rough retelling of Astro Boy, and it's only got 8 volumes, and like I said, it's supposed to be pretty good, so who knows, maybe I will look into it in the future and I'll have another manga to add to the shelf that isn't just Death Note up there alone, all sad and Death Note-y. But for now, without any context, which is how this list should be, I'm going to kind of throw this just in the middle of my list. I didn't hate it as much as I've disliked other things. I didn't love it as much as I've loved other things, so it's just perfectly adequate. Its adequacity is unsurpassed. So you guys can stay Hossy. Speaking of adequate, like my channel and subscribe, because it's adequate as hell. Anyway, stay Hossy. Catch you guys in the future. Bye-bye.